So hello. Welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and support my small business at latricelimited.com. So remember how I did a video before and I was talking about how there was slavery being put onto certain ballots in certain states, and we have the results of some of them, okay? And one of them is a little controversial, so we're going to get into that one, all right? So I got a tweet here and it says, in case you missed it, slavery was on the ballot for voters in 5 U.S. states. So we have Vermont here and it says Proposal 2 election results prohibit slavery in state constitution. All right, so we got 89.4%. Now we got the 10.6. Always makes me wonder, who are those 10.6% of people? And what is your reasoning behind it? You know what I mean? Always makes me wonder. Then we got Tennessee. Okay, and it says Amendment 3 election results remove constitutional language allowing slavery as punishment. 79.7% said yes. We got Oregon, and it says Measure 112 election results remove constitutional language allowing slavery as punishment. Now this was almost down the middle. 54.2 said yes, so they want to remove that. The fact that they are so close, then I even looked at a little bit of their history about why they are so close, and it makes sense, okay? But yes, they want to remove, and I got a little bit on that. Okay, it says Oregon voters said yes to a measure that removes language from the state constitution that allows slavery and involuntary servitude as punishment for a crime. Measure 112 repeals Oregon's current exception clause while adding language that allows a court or probation or parole agency to order alternatives to incarceration as part of sentencing. Numbers that we have, okay? Talking about ban slavery as a criminal punishment, overwhelmingly, we got some other things, okay? Now we have Alabama. It says Alabama question election results, ratify and recompile state constitution, okay? We got 76.7% says yes. Now we got the 23.4%. You know what I mean? But yes, we got it overwhelmingly. Now, here is where it gets tricky of what I saw, okay? And I was seeing different people say different things about it, which even had me confused because I was like, okay, this is right. And then they were like, no, it's this. And I was like, wait, I'm confused. Okay. So we're going to get into that because it seems to be a lot of confusion. And hey, if you guys think I'm wrong or whatever, let me know. And, we'll see what's going on. But this was very odd. All right. So Louisiana Constitutional Amendment 7 election results remove constitutional language allowing slavery as punishment. And you have 60.9% of people said no. Now you may say, well, that's odd. So what do you mean by no? So no would mean that you do not want to remove the language, which means you want to keep that same slavery language in there. That's what that means. That's what that comes down to at the end of the day. So it was odd, okay? It was very odd. And then I was seeing a whole bunch of threads of people saying like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. And one person right here, okay? So basically no does nothing since it was already legal, okay? Because in our Constitution. And yes would have expanded slavery. That's messed up. Who put it on this ballot? So people are saying, okay, if you say no, that means that nothing will change. We're going to keep it as it is. If you say yes, that means it expands it, so it makes it worse. So people are like, okay, if I vote no, that means we're just going to keep it as it is. Because if I voted yes, that means we're going to make it worse and expand it. So looking at it, that's why people voted the way they did. You got a whole bunch of people saying, yes, vote no, vote no, vote no. That's what you're supposed to do, right? Maybe not, okay? Because I've seen some other stuff and it was saying the opposite. So I have a whole thing here and it says Louisiana Amendment 7 remove involuntary servitude as punishment for a crime from Constitution Measure 2022. All right. And here's the thing. All right. And it says Louisiana Amendment 7, the removal, and it says was on ballot in Louisiana as a legislatively referred constitutional amendment on the 8th of November 2022. And it was defeated. All right. It says a yes vote supported removing language from the state constitution that allowed involuntary servitude as punishment for a crime, and added language to say that the section of the Constitution prohibiting slavery and involuntary servitude does not apply to the otherwise lawful administration of criminal justice. So if you then said no, A no vote opposed removing language from the state constitution that allowed voluntary and involuntary servitude as a punishment for a crime. So no means exactly what that meant. Okay, when you read it, do you want it? Yes or no? No, I don't want it to be changed. Okay, but if you voted yes, it removes that language. So what this would have said was we that whole thing that's in parentheses and all that, we cancel that out. So it would just say, we will not have slavery. Period. Not we will not have slavery except for if. No, we take that except and we throw it in trash. So it would just be, we will not have slavery. Slavery is banned. That's it. If you voted yes, that would have taken that other part out. That's what that appears to be. And if you voted no, that kept that we won't have slavery except, so nothing changed if you had no. But if you had yes, it changed. Why are people telling people, or why did people tell people to vote no? And that's something that I didn't really understand myself. Now, we're going to look at a tweet. This woman says, this thread sums up perfectly the amount of confusion Louisiana voters had and still believe that they were correct in voting no when they should have voted yes. It was a lot of trickery because it was some weird word salad that was going on that actually made it difficult for people to understand really what you were asking them. Like, okay, what are you asking me? Oh, well, do you like this? If it had that, and I went to the store yesterday, so what's your answer to my question? What are you talking about? What are you asking me? And that is why I think a lot of people also got confused. And they do this, and they do it on purpose so that you don't really understand what's happening. It's not like you could be like, hey, can you help me out? Because I'm kind of confused. No, no one's going to do that. They're not going to do that for you. So it's all done deliberately. But here's another tweet. It says, there are initiatives to abolish slavery on ballots around the country today. Yes. Yes, we're still working to abolish slavery because of the exception of the 13th Amendment in the U.S. Constitution. But some are voting no due to misinformation. And this is actually the thread where I found this other information out at because it makes sense. She also follows it up by saying, with the limitation of the 13th Amendment, passing Measure 7 in Louisiana cannot expand slavery to those who are not convicted or anyone else. At worst, passing 7 would do nothing. At best, it would end slavery. Vote yes on 7. Okay, so that's the thing. And they did like this weird kind of word salad just to confuse people, and it ended up working. So now really nothing fundamentally has changed, really, at all. Okay, but if they were to have voted yes to removing the language, yes to the removal of said language from the Constitution, then it would have been a change like the other states that we have mentioned, the Alabamas, the Tennessee, Vermont, Oregon. It would have been like that.